The next day was Wednesday. There was still a lot of the week left. Adachi wasn't showing up. Even after the first period ended, and the class that had been using the gym left, I remained alone on the second floor. It was cloudy today, and no light came through the windows. The pleasant weather made it easy to just sit there and idle. Nevertheless, by third period, even I was beginning to get bored. After waiting till the period started, and confirming that no one had come to the gym, I grabbed a table tennis racket. I then picked up an orange ping pong ball that had been left on the floor and hit it towards the wall. It bounced once, hit the wall, and flew back towards me. I hit it again. Wall tennis, I think this was called. Practicing by myself in secret would widen the skill gap between me and Adachi. Although, I suppose it had already been pretty wide with her handicapping herself by sticking to that weird serve she had learned. I continued hitting the ball back towards the wall, every now and then taking a glance at the stairs and the landing. Adachi wasn't coming, was she? She had come here pretty much daily since we'd met, so her randomly not showing up made me feel pretty restless. There had also been that incident yesterday after school, and I couldn't help but be a little worried. Still, it was probably, no, definitely, an unnecessary worry. If what happened yesterday really had caused Adachi to never come here again, the regret would haunt me for the rest of my life. Well, if not my whole life, then at least for half a year. After that, we'd switch classes, and the memories would fade away like ink. I had already parted ways with and forgotten many friends before meeting Adachi, Hino, and Nagafuji. You come to the surface for a quick briefer before sinking deep, deep down. Then, after everything around you disappears and you start to suffocate, you aim for the surface again. That was my impression of human relationships. Whoops! I heard the sound of someone coming up the stairs. I stopped hitting the ball and stood still on the spot, waiting to see who it was. Maybe Adachi. Maybe a teacher. Quite a nerve-wracking moment. Or so I thought until I heard the characteristic sound of indoor shoes and realized that it was a student. As you'd have it, the one climbing the stairs had been Adachi. She noticed me and smiled relievedly. There was something slightly off about her this time. She wasn't carrying her bag with her. Yo, a late start today, huh? Oh no, I was thinking about leaving already. I just came to check. Adachi combed her hair with her hand as she said this. Already? It wasn't even noon yet. Not only that, if she was leaving, was it fair to assume that she had been in school for at least some time? I heard a ping pong ball bouncing too. Sitting at her usual spot, Adachi glanced at my hand. Had the sounds really been loud enough to be heard that far away? I placed the racket and ball on the table and sat down. Then, looking at Adachi, I spoke. I saw you yesterday. Yep, you did. She nodded back, confirming my statement. An awkward silence fell between us. I felt strangely self-conscious. Like this one time back in elementary school, when I went to eat out with my family, and a kid from my class was there at the restaurant. These sort of pauses in conversation were a little more common with Adachi, I found. Perhaps the reason for it was that I had a hard time deciding how close of friends I wanted to be with her. That word, friend, covered a wide spectrum of possibilities. Where's your bag? In my bike's basket. I didn't want to carry it around, so I left it there. From the looks of it, she didn't have her phone or wallet with her either. I guess she really was planning on leaving right away. Still, that was pretty careless. I wasn't going to tell her that, of course. I had a feeling she'd laugh and ask if I was her mom or something if I did. I didn't know you came to school by bike. Oh, we never talked about that. I played with my bike keys every now and then, but I guess you didn't notice. As she said this, Adachi spun the keys she had been holding around a keychain, which seemed to be a purple dog, or maybe a cow. I could see that it had four legs, but the exact species were harder to determine. Oh, I guess you might have. I wasn't really paying attention. We both felt silent after I said that. There should definitely have been other things for us to talk about, but I just couldn't find the words. Adachi seemed to be in a similar situation. She looked up at the window in front of us and squinted. Well, I'm going now, Adachi said before standing up. Okay, I replied back while nodding sluggishly. Adachi brushed the back of her skirt lightly and began walking towards the stair while spinning her keys. What had she come for? I wondered. Well, obviously just to drop by. Hey, Adachi! Still sitting, I addressed Adachi, her back turned towards me. Hmm? She looked over her shoulder, puzzled. Which would you prefer? Attending class or going home together? Why had I asked that? I didn't really know myself. However, there was a number of empty voids inside me which functioned as the organ of my mind. A few of them had appealed to me to do so. It's not enough. That feeling, resembling hunger, had gently nudged me forward. Well, it might actually have been hunger. It wasn't too long to the lunch break, after all. Adachi was taken aback slightly. That surprise quickly passed, however, like a gust of wind, after which she returned to her calm self. Well, I guess I can go somewhere and kill time until school's over. She had chosen the letter. Well, obviously. There was no way Adachi was going to class. Seeing how I knew that from the get-go, there wasn't really any point setting up two options. I'll wait for you at the place from yesterday. Okay, got it. Adachi waved her hand, and I felt compelled to do the same. There was something kind of strange about it. Her killing time outside of school and then going home with me. Yeah, it was definitely weird. But funny at the same time. The proposal got me all excited, and I found myself laughing as I saw Adachi off. Though I always hoped that school would end faster. Today, that wish was 20% stronger.